So I've been thinking about social media since I've left two platforms, or have left the accounts that I've used the most for those platforms, and currently I just have like a secret Twitter that was for like my cancelable notions and keeping track of conspiracies and stuff. But it's kind of like if I was willing to let go of the accounts I've had for decades, then why would I stick around for this account that I haven't had as long and not in as much engagement with the people, and I've kind of gotten my fill of what it has to offer, which is just a lot of advice. And they're like great suggestions, but there's only so many times where you can read about like prepping and don't trust the government and stuff like that, where it's like, okay, like I get it. Like it's not reassuring or not really anything new, it's just a comfort, I guess, that other people aren't stupid. And are aware that we don't live in a utopia and we're not going towards a utopia. It just doesn't make any sense, and just really trying to hone in on reality for itself. This time, I'm in my reality era. Where I'm just like, okay, calm down. You're a human woman, and you're this age, and you have approximately this long to live. And as you know, your biology would be fulfillment. Like, you are basically average. And not, a lot of people, in a lot of the videos I've watched, a lot of the commenters talk about their IQ, and everyone says they're like 130, and they're just too smart for the wits and plebes or whatever. I don't think I'm a genius. I tried to take the Mensa quiz, but it's like so boring, and for however far I got through it, I think I got like 96 or something. Like, I don't know what it was. I think that's kind of low. And like, I'm not taking that as a firm answer. I feel like I just have a mixed intelligence where it's like, I don't care about math and science and stuff. I can make connections, and I can, I don't know, maybe it's just like intuition. There's something about me that's intelligent enough to kind of find the space of people that are actually smarter than me, which I have no like jealousy or feelings about. It's just, but I also like don't worship them because these people are kind of annoying in their own ways. And yeah, I'm just trying to like think about the big picture of there being 8 billion people or whatever, and once again, not taking everything personal or not feeling like anyone cares. I think that's a huge like misconception Americans have, that people truly care, or it's like we judge each other all the time, but I don't think we care. I don't think we can care as much as we give off in our judgments and in sort of spaces online where it's easy to have an opponent or someone that you're instructing or lecturing and being like, no, this is what you have to do. You can't laugh at that because this, and you can't believe that because of this. But in reality, like thinking about what people do, or just looking at people, I don't have many thoughts, and I suspect people don't have many thoughts about me, and I'm trying to get through my classes at school and missing assignments, and thinking like, oh, the teacher is probably so like, the teacher knows. Like, I don't think the teacher actually gives a shit, because I've had so many students that have like not done their best or not turned in things. Like, I want to attempt to lean into my insignificance and like this feeling of being a ghost, and also kind of always undercover. Like, I think my mind is so different from reality, and once again, like, the anxiousness of being human is just inevitable. Inevitable. Did I say that wrong? I feel like I sound like such a doofus. I feel like I've been pronouncing words wrong, and I don't know why. Or I'm just saying things strange. Maybe it's because I don't practice speaking, and especially I don't practice, like, honestly speaking, and the complexity of every thought being tied to so much of everything. Like, one sentence has 50 ties to my life, and like, from past to present, there's so much meaning and layers in my decisions of how I'm thinking that, yeah, I've just been feeling like burnt out or overwhelmed. And but then, like, the idea of completely going to like a flip phone or something and very strategically dividing my time online and thinking, like, if I have to be on the internet, I have to use my laptop, and the way my place is situated, I can't use my laptop unless I'm in the living room. So that will also like curb my use, which is a good thing, but like thinking and experiencing this time of cutting back on social media and then like feeling my mind refocus or determine like what I'm gonna spend my time on now. It's like, I guess I deleted the accounts I use the most, but then that's just like making me gravitate towards YouTube or like my secondary Twitter. So then I'm like, okay, if I delete those apps too, then like what do I have and what will I be what will I gravitate towards? And then that's when I remember, like, one reason why I got online in the first place is because I just felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to. And okay, I forgot where I left off that sentence because I got a phone call. But yeah, I got online because I didn't feel like I had anyone to talk to, like, honestly, about growing up and the things that I like. And now, like, getting offline, like, I'm reminded about like who I would call or talk to, and like the first people you would think would be like, oh, like, I'll just reconnect with my family, I'll be close to my family, but we're just all so old now and like set in our ways that like I feel like my siblings and I have never had a real concern with being close with one another. It's all just been like proximity because we didn't have money, so most of the time we were already just at home. And you know, my relationships with some of my siblings right now, like, they're completely cut off for the rest of my life or an indefinite amount of time. And when I think about talking with my mom, it's just not like a fun experience. It's you know, these people are always just in a problem. So like, how do you talk to people that there's no interest, there's nothing to talk about but the problem? And usually it's like money, and I'm just like, how can you be 30 plus, like nearly 60, and you just have no savings yet? It's just, the conversation is always like, that's so expensive, or this is how we can get it cheap, or this is how we can get it free. It's so draining. It's not a fun conversation, even if it's like some great deal. Like, oh, like, I got this thing for $5. It's just like the constant thinking about like financial situations, and this is why I've been very or I try to be responsible financially, and I just never want to have my only constant be, how can I like get by? Like getting by is such a small feeling. I'm just like, why even be born to feel that small? And to let yourself feel that small, like, trying to take in the reality of the situation for what it is, and now being old enough that I can make like better decisions. You know, when I was a teenager, it was very crushing because I wasn't in charge, or I didn't have the room to be in charge, so it just felt so faded. And I know that that circumstance has led me to where I am now, but it's less it has less like ability to be depressing because I'm old enough that I know that it's my own responsibility to continue to get myself out of whatever hole, and you know, this is just luck of the draw. It's out of 8 billion people, some people had to be this way, and there are things I can be grateful for, and you know, I don't have it as badly as I could be, and I'm trying to be grateful for things like I'm healthy and I can function, I'm like physically capable, I don't take any pills or medication, I'm just like chronically introspective is my biggest fault, and like not schizo for real, but definitely take into account like random ass shit that other people don't and have no like scientific factual like validation or room really in this reality. So the anything else that's held me back or redirected me into areas where uh, I was more reliant on some spiritualness than physicality, and that took up some time. Okay, this is getting very therapeutic and going down that like womanly thoughts. Yeah, just realizing that I don't have people to talk to, or everything's just so awkward. And thinking about getting new hobbies. Just feeling like, okay, you're never gonna be comfortable in life. Oh well. You're never gonna feel like you're solid. You're never gonna feel like this is real. You're always gonna feel undercover. Put that all aside and just be functional. And just do the damn things you have to do. Like, don't think about how you're not enjoying it or you don't have a purpose. And I just feel like if life wanted me to have a purpose or wanted us to have a purpose, it would be more forceful and, you know, fate would intervene more. It just wouldn't make sense of this concept that we hold on to if it was so real that we would all be constantly like chasing it and failing to grasp it. I feel like life would help bring it in some like spiritual sense or whatever. But then when people are like, oh, I did find my purpose, a lot of the stuff they're doing, it's like when all spiritualists are artists, and I just feel like not all of us can sit around and paint and make jewelry, and like when women take the easy jobs and they end up just like doing nurturing roles, and they're all like teachers. Not all of us can take the easy way. So I feel like I'm at this period where I'm just like, I would rather sacrifice myself or my life. Like, I would rather sacrifice whatever delusions these are. Like, this personality. And be functional and, like, marry some old man. And just be, like, a dutiful wife and mother. And live my 60 years left in mediocrity. and just die than constantly fight and like shift and believe and try to find like this elusive purpose and these answers and like politics and just be grateful that we're as far as we've come. There's so many opportunities for as like crappy as the atmosphere feels, and for as much as we talk about the decline, there are also so many opportunities. And like me as a woman, like I can make as many businesses in theory that I want. Like I can have my own place. I can drive my own car, my own credit cards. I can still, date and have better opportunities in them because I can get older. I can date wealthier, and it won't be such a like uncomfortable gender thing because I'll just like naturally be in my place as a woman, earning less and like not being a competitor or threat. And it's expected that the man would provide, so I could find someone that takes care of me, and then I in turn will take care of them. And like at this point, I don't even have a dream, so it's not like I'm giving up a dream or sacrificing a dream in order to go this way. But I think I'm just like sacrificing the wandering, the personality, whatever so badly just wants to waft around and wait for like a lightning bolt strike to hit. Like wait for the epiphany, wait for the enlightenment. And I think I'm bored of that. I think I'm bored of a lot of things, which makes perfect sense. It's literally like a stage of death. I'm forgetting, and I'm forgetting myself and remaking like new habits and realizing that there are certain things I only ever half wanted. I'm like truly looking at my how would you say it, like least desirable or useful traits, honestly, and just being like, okay, like this isn't working. Like you can't force yourself to care about this thing, obviously. Like it's taking years to get it done. Or you've never had the infrastructure. You could force yourself if you had like support in these areas, but you don't have the support, so just let it go and it'll be fine. And I promise that's not the only path to happiness, and second, I don't even think it's a path to happiness. But I think I just wanted to know that I could do it. It was less about doing it. It was less about wanting to do it. It was less about what would happen after it was done. It was just wanting to know I could do it. And then like it takes so long. Do I really even want to know if I can do it? I feel like I find more reasons not to do it. And there's no reason to think this much.